Hi everyone, welcome to today's reading. We just had a really wonderful manifesting day, and the worst thing is that it can just seem like everyone and everything is trying to stop you being successful with that. Is everyone around you being a little bit grumpy, a little bit rude, a little bit like, what are you doing? And you're like, I am just trying to be the best version of me, and I have a plan. So I'm trying to manifest this thing into my life. Is that too much to ask for a little bit of support? I can feel like it definitely is. So Spirit wants you to choose to hold on to that positive, creative attitude, right? Because when you do that, you're really letting the universe know that you are absolutely 100% serious that this is where you're wanting it to go. This is the direction you want in your life to go in. And other people around you, just remember that they may well be thinking that they don't want you to change. They want things to stay the same. They haven't really thought it through. They're not working with the energy. And this is why you are here, or you caught me giving you this reading today. Okay, so you know the deal. Today I am going to pick one card for each of the months, and that is your reading, is the reading of the month of your birthday. Okay, so I'm using the symbol cards today, and we start in April because April is the beginning of the energy year. It's April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. One for everyone. Trapped in the old way of being, trapped and feeling afraid to break out, trapped and feeling like there's nothing you can do about it. And yet the bricks are cracking. You can see they're cracking there, and there is very much a potential for you to heal your life, to change your life. And being sad about what is happening around you is not helping you be in the right space to manifest that energy. April babies, something good is coming in your life. It's going to be really great. This is the phoenix rising from the ashes. Out of what has seemed like absolute chaos is about to become good. Trust that. And it's going to be unique and wonderful, and you're going to be really able to show off yourself. May babies, be wary of people say, yeah, no worries, we'll sort that out. Yeah, it'll be fine. No, it's not. You've got to take control. Maybe you've got to do your own research on that. June babies, you really have been thinking about it, but it hasn't really happened for you because for one reason or another. You've just been really busy, but now some self-care is in order. That could well be that you're wanting to start eating a healthy diet, healthier diet. Sort of Spirit is saying, don't overthink it. Just stick to the fresh parts in your life, fruit and vegetables, juices, whatever it is. Spirit is encouraging you to think about doing that. Okay. July babies. Spirit is saying that when you are with people that are important to you, it feels good, right? But when other people are around, it feels like it starts to make you feel like, well, other people's influence can make you start to scratch your head about that. Spirit just says for you to remember that the togetherness, when that is good, when it's good, it's very, very good. Remember that other people are trying to influence what is otherwise quite a good situation. That's what I'm impressed to say. August babies. When we focus on what's not happening in our life, we start to feel like we're not appreciated, or we can see as the bad things, and it just feels really sad. And Spirit is saying that even though they're not denying that things are great, but focusing on the not great is not focusing on what could be and the potential. So Spirit is encouraging you to balance it up, and it's your responsibility to do that. You can't force things to be great by looking at what's not great. Okay, September babies. Wow, we've got some real heavy energy, haven't we? September babies is this sense of people worrying about money, people feeling like there isn't enough money. It's the whole thing on media saying that the cost of living is really hard. It's really difficult at this time, but it's creating this vibe of us noticing that the toilet paper's gone up 1 cent a packet or something. We just got to all pull it back together and go, what can I cope with? What am I dealing with? And trusting that the universe always brings us what we need. So Spirit is definitely saying to sort of put a little bit of trust the ability in yourself to sift out the bullshit, because you can smell it from a mile away, and hold yourself in the space of, you know what, I'm manifesting the life that I want, right? Okay, October babies. Haven't said this in a while. The spirit says you are your own worst enemy. It's kind of like you knock yourself all the time. You have, especially recently, not been saying anything positive about yourself, not been reflecting how capable you are. And spirit is saying, you have no evidence for that story that you're telling yourself. Can you please stop? And that is something that you need to think about, and be more kind and considerate to yourself. November babies. Well, there is some kind of new project, new idea. Sort of seems like an extension of yourself. For whatever reason, I feel like, even though it might feel a little bit sad that you're in this position of this new project, but it feels like it's really time to nurture yourself. And I feel impressed to say, like, nurturing your inner child, finding those things that really feel kind of good for you and fun, like that kind of carefree child. And instead of feeling responsible for making others feel better, being able to say, I was going to do what I want because I've been really shriveled up a bit inside because of other people's energy or pressures. Okay, October, November, December babies. You know, for whatever reason, there's a sense of you always attracting people who are not very good at explaining how they feel. The fact is, if you just pause on that for a moment, which is kind of annoying because you would like to hear some positive reflections about how you impact on their lives, because you do so much, but spirit is saying, just notice that they're there. My God, they're there for you, totally physically present. And imagine, and this is a fact, a lot of other people in people's lives are not. Okay, so be grateful for that and find the healing in that. Okay, October, November, December, January babies. Okay, so you have a really great intuitive ability. You have this, you use it in your work, you use it in your day, and you're able to see the balance. You can do it. You just needed to be reminded of that today. You've got this. February babies. Too much work and no play makes for a very boring and dull time of it. So Spirit says, head out that door and get yourself away from all that work and hard stuff. This is your time to not focus on the little things, to smell the flowers, to smell the daisies, so to speak, to look at the clouds and look at, like, oh, that looks like a cat, or that looks like a bird, or that looks like an angel. Just taking yourself out of the busyness space. Okay, March babies. Spirit says you have been thinking too much about other people's responsibilities, right? So you've been thinking that I could fix that for them. And I am very much in the fixing industry. I'm a social worker, I'm a mental health practitioner, and I'm a counselor and psychotherapist. So, and I do this. Spirit says that's not your responsibility, Rosie, to fix other people's problems. So trust that. So I really get it. So this, for the little March baby, Spirit saying you have this tendency to want to fix and help people who really could do with taking care of themselves. So Spirit says, if you feel overwhelmed at the moment, think about the other problems that you've been taking on and choose to put it down for a minute. Doesn't mean that you can't help, but just right now, it's just putting you in a space of overwhelm. Okay? Have a wonderful weekend.